spooked?
Well, I agree with you, but for the reason of, like, I've had, we'll say, 3 long-term relationships, you know, that have been kind of like, we were heavily involved in each other's families. But I think now, if I get into a relationship with someone going forward, I think I will wait for a while. Because it's just, it adds so much onto, like, the breakup when you break up, like, when you separate the families and stuff. But down the line, I definitely think it's important for them to get on with your boyfriend. And for your boyfriend to get on with them as well. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you don't have to see each other that often, but you want if you're going to be with someone for a long time and you want to have kids, then you definitely want them to get on with your family.
I think siblings are a bit more hard to convince than...
Well, my brother never liked any of my boyfriends. Yeah, it's funny, like, I never, like, as in, you know, he never said, like, oh, I don't like him, but when we broke up, we were talking, he was like, you have the worst taste in fellas.
And I hate the way they tell you after you break up. It's like, tell me when I'm going out with him, for God's sake.
But would you listen to your brother if your brother says something to you, you know? I mean, I've liked all his girlfriends. I thought that, I'm like, you know,
they should be beatified for putting up with them.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. But my parents never, like, when I brought anyone home, never said, you know, I don't like him, or, you know, what's his deal or anything like that. You know, maybe they spoke about it themselves, but I think it's important to a degree. But it's the friends thing. We spoke about that before, about, like, when your friends say it.
Yeah.
I don't like him. Listen then.
Listen.
You know, I wish I listened a few times.
But before you march down the aisle,
like, I just don't have it at all. Like, I love kids. I love spending time with, like, my friends' kids. But in terms of, like, being broody myself, or, you know, being like, oh, I'd really love a kid, I just don't have it at all.
I am for the first time, and I'm 41.
Really?
Which is way too late to start. So it's, like, mad the way hormones go. Mad the way hormones go. No, listen, I've seen... No, that's not for me.
You have loads of nieces and nephews, so don't you? I do a lot of stuff on my own anyway, so I don't take it, like, personally, or I don't get, like, you know, oh, I have to go to this wedding, I'm going to be on my own. I just enjoy it, you know, and I'm only going to weddings of people that I know really well, and I know the people that are there.
Yeah.
But I've been single for 4 years, so I'm accustomed to that idea of going places on my own. It doesn't really faze me. Now, I understand if people are in long-term relationships, then maybe, you know, they're like, oh, I don't want to go alone.
Yeah.
And, you know, can I not go? But yeah, and I never think, you know, apparently, because I'm not married, the guest list is like a big sort of, you know, bone of contention in houses. You know what I mean?
The holy war.
The holy war. You know. So I'm just like, whatever's easiest for everyone. Just.
Yeah.
Once I'm like, there's loads of guys I could ask to go to a wedding, you know, I wouldn't be short of it, like, and there's loads of friends that could get to come in and I'd have a great crack, but for me personally, I don't want to go to a wedding with someone that, like, I'm not dating or I don't know that well, because then you have to mind them, and I want to have a good time, you know, I want to get up and have, you know, you don't want to be conscious of, like, are they going to be okay, having to introduce them to people, and then people saying, like, oh, is this who you're seeing, or, you know, just go on your own, have a good time. Agree with that. I don't, that's like a weird sort of, like, thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to put you on the singles table because you're being categorized for your, like, status, you know what I mean? No, you put people, in my opinion, you put people matched on who knows who's going to gel well.
Personalities.
Also, this thing, there's a thing in weddings.
Do you have to do that?
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
The last wedding I was at, well, that wasn't kind of my close friends. They had mixed people together at tables, like, you know, they'll get on with them. And like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Just put us with the people we know, because they wanted everyone to meet. I was in Galway this weekend, we had a hen party, and our wedding, or Elizabeth's wedding, will be in May in Portugal, so we're going for a week. So at the first, everyone was like, oh, Portugal, what? You know, and now it's like...
So exciting.
So exciting. We can't wait.
It takes a wedding to make a wedding, isn't that what they say now? Time for a quick break. We might have news now in a couple of months, Lydia. Singer-songwriter Mike.